Let's give it a minute. Let's give it a minute for people to see that I'm going live. Oktoberfest is already out. It's August. I'll start ranting here in a second. Just going to sit here like an idiot for a minute. All right, so here's the funny thing. I was listening to Uncommon. I was going to unwind. I've been editing non-basketball stuff all day. And I was going to just relax for a minute. I put on Uncommon. And Uncommon is talking about LeBron getting MVP. And I'm thinking, oh, he must have watched my video about Broussard, which I kind of made a mistake. I just berated Broussard. It's a two-part series. The other part's in the members section. And I didn't even say what the video was about in the title, but, Broussard introduced the idea that LeBron might still be the best American basketball player, and then they start talking about whether or not he deserves the MVP of the Olympics. So I'm listening to Uncommon, and I'm thinking Uncommon's going to talk about what I was talking about, Broussard's ridiculous glue argument, the non-specific contribution of being the glue. Even though, KD's the clutch one and Steph has basically saved their butts. And I have to admit, I didn't even know that France versus USA was just going on. I missed it. I was working and I missed it. But I see that Steph went crazy, and I see that LeBron James is the thumbnail of everything. So I went and I looked at the box score really quick. I'll get to what Uncommon was talking about, but now I feel like I have to talk about USA versus France since it just happened. I did look at the box score. Steph shot better from three than LeBron did from two. And considering that I haven't watched, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say a lot of that was layups and dunks, probably some offensive fouls in there. That's pretty bad. Steph has a better shooting percentage than you from three, but you know what? Steph nearly had a better 3-point percentage than France did. Free throws. France went 10 of 17 from the free throw line. What is that about? So I didn't watch it, so I can't say too much, except for the box score that I just read to you. But I did hear from the people that I have listened to so far that it was Steph hitting shots in response to France trying to make a run, and KD hitting shots that you needed. That sounds like MVP status to me. I don't want to hear this crap about being glue. But here's why I wanted to go live. It takes too long to make a video. I might go ahead and do an edited video. Here was my gut reaction to Uncommon Sense. Uncommon was reading an article that was stating that LeBron James deserved the MVP because of his transition points and the number of dunks he's had. I couldn't even finish the sentence. That is so fucking ridiculous. But you understand that transition points and the dunks are basically go hand in hand. And you're basically complimenting the guy for being a cherry picker, a guy that cheats on defense. But I said in my videos berating Chris Broussard that the only reason that they were talking about LeBron maybe deserving the MVP because of the glue he provides is because he's not the leading scorer. Otherwise, they would say that being the leading scorer is worthy of making you the MVP. God knows they should be looking at the people who came up in clutch moments like KD and Steph. Maybe Drew. I'll tell you what I got just from watching Serbia and USA, Drew Holiday was a menace on defense, and he was hitting threes too when he was wide open, but he wasn't letting guys get very far past half court. Anyway, that's not what I want to talk about. The glue thing. It's just so funny that I made the point yesterday that if he had led in scoring, they would say that leading in scoring means you should probably be the MVP. But he wasn't. So they went with the glue thing. Today, this article that Uncommon was reading said that he had the most transition points. When have you ever heard anyone narrow it down on the type of points you got, especially transition points? Those might be the least impressive in terms of you and your attributes, unless you got the steal at one end and dribbled it down and scored at the other end. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about being the recipient of somebody throwing you an outlet pass. How could that possibly be a qualifier? But forget the fact that LeBron's points are cherry picking. When have you ever heard anyone give that much credit to transition points or dunking? He's going to hold the record for dunks. Yes, I know. I know he'll hold the record for dunks because he can only finish at the rim. He's not going to hold a record for mid-range or three-pointers, not free throws. Although it sounds like France was shooting on LeBron level with the free throw percentage. Oh, man. Oh, you guys really aren't going to like me for this one. I did record the whole Serbia game and I watched it, and I'm getting ready to break it down. And I got to tell you, I don't think Team USA deserved to get past that round. I know I'm a hater, and now I'm a USA hater. Isn't that convenient? Isn't that convenient for LeBron? You got the LeBron fans that if you take notes of reality and comment on reality and correct people about reality, that you're a hater. Now LeBron's on Team USA, so he has an extra layer of protection. Now I'm not just a hater, I'm a anti-American for being aware of what's actually happening. How dare I? Speaking of American, I'll dig myself a deeper hole. You guys remember the Family Guy episode where, man, this is a long time ago already, where they were showing what an American looks like in the airport, and it's Peter on his cell phone, loud as shit, loud as hell, grabbing a Sbarro and got all these things and making sure the whole world hears what he's talking about. That's LeBron James in the Olympics. That's how LeBron James has represented the United States in the Olympics with his doing the too small thing. You pathetic, embarrassing, insecure child. My God. My God. Bringing that crap to the Olympics, crowning himself at the Olympics, doing the twirly fingers at the Olympics, doing the shrugging at the Olympics. The whole team on the sideline looks like they're trying out for a cheerleading. What was that cheerleading movie? I never watched it. I'm proud to say. Bring It, something like that. That's what the Team USA sideline looks like. A bunch of freaking cheerleaders hoping to get noticed by a bikini scout or something. Anyway, how absurd is the transition point that the article was making, and then noting how many dunks he's made? But geez, that's all I wanted to talk about. Team USA in the obvious choice. It's obvious. If LeBron James is not given the MVP, I'll be shocked. Have they announced it? I guess the game's over. Maybe they've already announced it. Now, shame on me. I'm being like the people on professional shows, not actually researching or preparing. Maybe I should get a raise for not being prepared. But yeah, crazy. Anyway, I will put this into an edited video, but it takes a long time to do that, and I'm working on other things. So I just thought I would try going live, get my raw thoughts out there. This is easy. Man, this is a lot easier than editing a video. No wonder Sports and Fitness Rants puts out like 9 videos a day. I'm just messing with you, man. Oh, man. Shit. So, no calls this time. If you haven't watched the Broussard video, he just absolutely contradicted himself in a desperate attempt to make LeBron James relevant or seem like he was deserving of an MVP. And here comes today with Steph Curry outscoring him by 10 and being the clutch shooter. And I guess we're going to hear that LeBron James deserves to be MVP because of glue. I'm sure he got his rebounds. We all know how impressive his rebounds are. How was his defense? Anyway, yeah, the one flaw of doing this on the phone is I cannot see the comments. AOH, look, oh, I switched here. AOH, we need a multiverse of truth for the Olympics. Yeah, you know what? That might be a good call. Um, those things take a long time, and even though I get a lot of compliments on them, people barely. The viewership is shit. Curry, oh, this is going too fast. Curry at the most big shots down the stretch. Yeah. Again, I guess, how does when the shots happen, the difficulty of the shots, or the fact that it's a response to the fact that the other team is about to break it wide open, not factor into the MVP? I mean, that really, if they got you over the hump, that's why you deserve MVP. LeBron's layups when you're up by 20. Come on, man. I mean, he wasn't even the highest scorer, but even if he had been, we know how he would have gotten the points. So you got to talk about the glue. I so let me see the comments. Did they announce the MVP? All right, guys. Well, I said it all. I'll say it one more time for the people that tuned in last. I just wanted to come on and have a gut response to Uncommon Sense, who was reading an article. I thought he was going to talk about my video about Broussard. Broussard trying to make a claim that LeBron deserved MVP for the glue, being glue, even though he admitted that LeBron was able to take breaks on offense because the rest of the team was so good. That makes no sense at all. Broussard, you clutch sports fool. But LeBron James was being heralded for his transition points and his dunks. Oh man. Okay. All right, guys. I got to get back to editing. I appreciate the people that tuned in to this live. I just wanted to get it off my chest before I spend the time putting it into an edit. Oh, yep, LeBron is the MVP. Yep. Well, what else was going to happen? It's sad. It's sad when you don't even have to wonder. I knew when I heard they were bringing back the MVP. I knew when they announced the team that it was going to be Steph saving his ass, which is what would have happened. You know why that's on my mind, being a Bay Area guy and all the talk about LeBron possibly being a Warrior. Like, that's what it would have been. That's what the end of Steph Curry's career would have been, saving LeBron's ass with LeBron taking the credit. You know, Anthony Davis 2.0. Go shit on someone else while they do the hard work, LeBron. You're so inspiring. Peter Griffin walking through the airport. The only reason that that's not as funny anymore is I bet the younger generation doesn't even understand what I'm talking about because everyone is that asshole now. Everyone is that asshole now. The entire airport, the sidewalks, everybody is that obnoxious idiot. Everybody's conversation is the most important one. Everybody's music is the music that you have to listen to because they're so polite. Oh boy. All right. Well, guys, I'm just being old and grouchy now. I should go ahead and end this.